recognize you guys. More to change, more to stay the same. Introduce yourselves and the band and the occasion here tonight.
Oh yeah, Chad from For the Fallen Dreams.
Jim from For the Fallen Dreams. We are at La Tulipe, and we are hanging after the set. Just chilling.
Montreal.
Yep.
Back in Montreal.
Our gears
after all these
somewhere
years.
in the back alley. We're out here, the responsible ones, or down here, the responsible ones. Just sitting here, hoping that the gear gets loaded up before we get back upstairs. You know, the usual.
Yeah. It's great to see, you know, young men like yourselves still working hard to bring your art to people.
Yep.
Because it's, you know, obviously still as relevant as ever. Albeit maybe to a younger generation now.
For sure.
Every few years, it's a young generation. You were a young band when I first talked to you guys. You were a brand new band almost.
Yeah, oh yeah,
for sure.
What's it like now, after all the ups and downs and all the albums, to be back to kind of the primitive, you know, a version of the lineup? What's it like in terms of, I don't know, how you feel and how people feel you guys?
Oh, on this tour especially, we're playing to a lot of younger kids, a lot of new kids, which is awesome. But I mean, every time I look out in the crowd, I still see, like, you know, the old fans that have been there forever, or, you know, some familiar faces that I've seen in crowds before, or just people that know the words to the old stuff. I mean, it's still been resonating through time, and I don't understand it at all, because I mean, people are so fickle and so quick to change their interests and so quick to turn their backs on bands. But some people have stuck with us, some people haven't, and I mean, we still have new kids coming in, which is awesome. Like, a lot of new faces on this tour. It's been awesome.
It's really cool, man. You know, just to come back, and I've been back in the band now a little over 2 years. You know, and to see things progress in the 2 years that they have, and it's almost like starting back in 2008 again, man. Just to see a lot of the old fans still, and that's something you see every show. Like Jim was just saying, you know, it's really, really cool. Along with all the new fans too, and a lot of people, you know, are even saying like, oh, I've never heard of this band before. And it's like, we've been at this since like 2003, so it's cool to hear people still say, I've never heard of you guys before. You know, I mean, it's one of those things where, here we go!
It might feel a bit strange for you guys and for us as well, because, you know, we do art as well.
Yeah.
This is kind of art I consider art that we paid for, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But it's kind of interesting how we feel old, you guys feel older, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You guys feel it in your bodies, in your minds, yet people come to you thinking that you're new. You look young.
Yeah.
Could be 20.
Thank God for that.
Got that on our side at least, for now.
Yeah, for the time being. I haven't started losing my hair yet, and I just started putting on weight. So we'll see.
All right, man.
Yeah, I mean, averaging a few thousand calories a week in alcohol and eating crappy food on tour, I'm still doing pretty okay.
Yeah.
So
look, there's always hot yoga.
There is hot yoga, you know. Sometimes, you know, so you gotta indulge in the hot yoga. Not too flexible, not as flexible as I was, but I
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, how does it feel like being older than most of your fans? So that's probably what the case is.
Yeah, fans and peers a lot. Like I mean, like most of the tour. I mean, a couple of the bands weren't able to make it into Canada. But I mean, you know, we have brand new bands, young people looking up to us. Whereas, you know, back when you interviewed us the first time, 6-7 years ago, we were the baby band looking up to everyone just with lost little puppy eyes, like, where do I put my gear, what am I doing right now? And now we're just kind of like sitting on our asses.
Come on, guys,
like,
that's not how you do this. You got, come on, let's go. Like,
yeah, I mean, what time is it? Okay, get your shit on stage. Come on. I mean, we're not like dickheads, but we extend the helping hand to the new people, and you know, we still respect our elders and the people above us. You know what I mean? You know, you're on a tour. Yeah, I mean, we've played under bands that are 20 years old. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just a respect thing. It's just bands do band things. It's I don't know if that makes any sense.
Being able to be the teachers now is kind of cool. Like we were talking about in the van today. It's just like one of my friends. He came out to our show in Columbus, and he's like, "You guys are like almost like old man heavy. Like you're like teetering on that. Like you're not young kids anymore. You're just like the older guys that are just out there jamming. But you know, fans don't care. You know, if it's the right crowd and it's the right kind of fans, they're just there for the music. They don't care if you're the older band that's been here for 10 years, you've been around for a year, 6 months. It doesn't matter. They're like, this band's rad. This band, my first time hearing them. Let's just have fun. I'm down.
Yeah. The best part of all that is, and I found this too. You know, I was hesitant to start back doing a new project from scratch. It's like, really, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Are people gonna dig the shit? Is it still relevant?
Yeah.
But really, what I realized is that, you know, the harder you work, you will find people who like the shit you do.
Without a doubt, man.
The longer you're around, Avery said it best: perseverance.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Man.
Yeah,
So
that was
it's-
like my record in 8th grade, perseverance, and I still jam it.
Yeah.
Pretty much like every week at the gym.
It's totally true though, man. You know, anytime, you know, we're just one of those bands. We've been around for so long. We've been doing it for so long. It's just like it comes second nature to just. There's no, and we've been through hell and back on this tour, you know, and a lot of people, a lot of bands we even talked about would just, you know, not say anything about younger bands, but a lot of younger bands wouldn't know how to handle the things that we've been through as a band. You know, like we got rear-ended on this tour, and our trailer was absolutely demolished. You know, we got robbed in St. Louis and lost everything. And I don't think there was a single time for more than 20 minutes where we were pissed off. We're just like, well, fuck it, whatever, shit happens, back on the road.
No, dude,
That's how it goes, man.
I woke up in the van to us getting just tossed across the highway by this fucking truck, not knowing. I thought we were flipping. I thought we were fucking done. And once we pulled over, I got out. I was getting my shoes on, and Chad was like, the truck is stuck in the trailer, and I was like, oh no, just fucking like have him back up, and you pull, you know, you go drive forward, and he was like, no, it's stuck in the trailer, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? It can't be that bad. So I jump out real quick, and I look, and the truck is fucking. We had a 7x14 trailer, so 7 feet by 14 feet. Trailer, massive motherfucker, and this guy was all the way up inside that thing. Like it was not a fender bender. This guy was going like 100 miles an hour. We were going about 60, and he just smashed into the back of our trailer, took the whole door in with him. It blew the side door off of our trailer. There was so much force it exploded.
Yeah, insane.
Fuck. But we looked at that, and I was like, well, I'll call 911 real quick. I'm so tired right now. This sucks. That was about as pissed as we were.
Went and got a U-Haul, figured it out, got it done. You know, it's just one of those things. I mean, there's no time to be pissed off in this industry. There's no time to pout and feel sorry for yourself. Shit happens, and it is what it is. And that's one of the things with being a band. As long as we have, we've got a chance to just be like, hey, whatever. We're going to deal with it. We're going to figure it out and get back on the road.
Yeah. I mean, in 3.5 hours, we had a new trailer. We had it loaded up with all of our gear, which somehow did not get harmed. A bass drum pretty much disintegrated inside of the case, and so a bunch of merch got destroyed and some other miscellaneous shit. But, I mean, like amps, guitars, cabs, like, that was... I don't know how it didn't... Yeah. We were good. We were in good spirits. We went and got breakfast and hit the road. That was it.
That story just tells me so much about, you know, maturity and wisdom,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
And like capability of handling tough shit.
Yeah.
Without really burning too many calories, stressing.
No, there's no point. If it's already done, you know, the damage has been done. Like when we got robbed in St. Louis, we lost $4.5 grand in cash, MacBooks, Nintendo DS, passports. That was my prized possession. Yeah. I've been touring since, you know, overseas since 2008, so I had to get new pages. I have visas from Indonesia, Japan, Russia, like stamps from every fucking where in the world, and that shit's gone forever, gone. Yeah. I could replace all my technology. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah. Cash, whatever. I mean, it sucks. Like we took a hit on our merch because that was going to pay off our merch bill, and you know, but set us back. But what's the point? The damage is done, so just kind of figure out what you're going to do next.
That's so honorable. I heard about that shit. I was super fucking bummed to hear that.
Yeah.
Bands get robbed here all the time. Bums.
Yeah.
Bands get robbed everywhere, and it's never easy, you know.
No way.
The fact that you guys didn't drop off tour, I was really surprised. You kept it going. You didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how your approach to life, your way of seeing problems and challenges and obstacles has helped you to get to this point, and how maybe others watching can maybe think a little about how getting better at dealing with conflict and obstacles could actually help them in life.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
I mean, it's kind of an age thing, man. As growing up, it never really hits you. I mean, I don't really think I even knew what the fuck was going on or what I was doing until a couple years ago. I don't think I really knew. I did the band thing, and that's always who that's who I define myself as. I was a guy in a band. But the older you get, you're just like, this is your job and this is fun. But you learn so much growing up, man. And being, I'm 27 now. We're getting towards our late 20s. It kind of comes to second nature to just things happen. You got to deal with it. I mean, there's nothing you can do that's gonna. That's gonna change the way things are. Shit happens, and you just have to deal with it.
Letting emotion overcome you, and just letting shit get to you. Or you see a truck right up your trailer's ass, and you're like, okay, most of my gear is destroyed. We're probably gonna be fucked on this tour for money, but everyone's alive. Yeah. That's cool. It's just like problems aren't shit. Like those little problems. We got material shit stolen from us. We got material shit destroyed. We're all still fine. We didn't miss one show. Just stay as positive as you can, even though you feel like you're about to burst into tears and freak out and break some shit. Just what am I supposed to do right now? Okay, I'm gonna call 911. Yeah. Stay calm. Just breathe.
Shit can be so much worse, man.
So much worse.
And that's why this tour, we thought of it like that. We're like, hey, it sucks. We lost this. We lost that. We're on a killer tour. We're all with a bunch of killer bands. We're having fun. We're together. This band's about to put out its sixth album.
Yeah, I'm writing
sixth full-length album. You know what I mean? What's there to be mad about? It sucks. Shit happens. Yeah. But
the fact that we haven't gotten robbed or fucking gotten in a serious accident before is insane, because we've been touring for so long.
You're pretty lucky.
Yeah, it's crazy, but now we've had that, so hopefully we have a nice straight flat road.
Yeah.
For a while. I don't want to hit any big mountains again for at least 6 months.
Awesome. Look, I was into your stuff after Chad left, but I gotta be honest, this for me is the true frontman of this band. This is the voice of the heart of the band.
Yeah.
And I think we all agree on that. Fans that have come back and that are still here, all agree on that as well. The first track that I heard, I believe, was Substance.
Yeah, that was the first one we did.
That song blew me away.
Awesome.
It didn't end up on the album though. Is that right?
Yeah. When he came back, we had a lot of time. To kind of get a record together, because he came back, so kids are like, okay, sick, Chad's back, awesome, where's the music? So I pumped out a song, and we went and recorded it, and it turned out really well. We released it for everybody to hear, it was just kind of to tide people over for a new record. And some people asked why Substance didn't make it on the record after it was released. And it was a year and a couple months between Substance dropping and the record. We wanted all fresh, brand new material. And we've also had a habit in the past of releasing a song in between albums, between Changes and Relentless. We dropped Smoke Signals early, but Smoke Signals was on Relentless, and then in between Relentless and Backburner we dropped Strange Faces and so on and so forth. Just so it's something we want to do, because after you've toured for so long, kids are looking forward to new material. If you drop something, it gives them something to get stoked about. It's just
For sure. And Substance is one of those songs, man, that one of the singles that has went over so well that we're still playing it live. It's just one of the songs. We love playing it. The fans love it. So it's one of those signals that kind of, I get why people are kind of, why wasn't it on the album? It was a hit. One of my favorite songs to play live. And a fan favorite still. That's why we still play it live.
Look, as an old fan of your band, I'm going to request, and you don't have to honor it, but I'm going to request that it be put on the new album.
I said something to Jimbo the other day, and we were like, well, maybe, I don't know. It's something we've talked about.
The only thing with that is that with just how songwriting kind of like slowly molds and evolves over time. It would if we dropped it on another album, it might feel a little bit out of place.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a secret track.
Maybe a secret track. Maybe
Who
like
knows?
like a revamped version of it with like a breakbeat track and some jungle percussion.
Some like trap
lord.
Now we're talking about real music.
Yeah.
Now we're talking
Real music.
I think it's safe to say we've all outgrown hardcore and the metalcore. We're just here chilling for the paycheck. I think we can all agree on that.
Of course, man.
Trap is real.
Exactly.
Trap's real,
we're not
man.
selling out. We're buying in.
Yeah, we're buying in. You're buying in the trap. The next record, we were featuring ASAP Ferg. Just the rest of those guys. They're real big into us. Maybe some MGK, some Yellow
Sick.
Wolf. I've talked to my boy Eminem. I'm from Detroit, so I know him.
We are from Detroit.
And
Anybody from Michigan knows that
Yeah.
Fallen Dreams is from Detroit.
Yeah.
True story.
And we know Kid Rock really well. He used to babysit me when I was 7.
Ted Nugent.
Ted
Lucky
Nugent,
you.
yeah, Ted Nugent, my dad drinks a lot.
Big hunter.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tag all those people, all the aforementioned friends of yours,
Yeah.
For sure, man.
in this piece. They gotta know what real music is. Because all joking aside, that is what it is. We're not saying more than that. That is what it is.
Everyone's got their own thing. That's their thing. Got our
True.
thing.
Yeah, but this, to me, is real music.
Right
To
on.
me, this is what real music is. To other people, they get chill on Yellow Wolf, Kid Rock, and that's okay,
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever people are into, whatever helps them get by, I gotta get behind.
Well, that's what music is for.
Yeah. It's therapy.
Whatever
It's
gets you through. Yeah.
a true antidepressant.
No doubt.
You've been through a lot of stuff, Chad, over the years. Oh, we all have individually.
Yeah.
Your personal struggles,
Oh yeah.
maybe were a little more public than others over the years. Maybe you
Yeah.
didn't want to be public, but things were.
Yeah.
How are you doing nowadays? How is your life nowadays? How do you feel? And
Things are great, man. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I mean, things in my life are phenomenal. I mean, me and my fiance have a lot of stuff going on right now. The band's doing great. She has her own personal things she's doing right now that I'm beyond happy for her that she's doing, things. And that's one of those with the album, the new album, and the past album was one. I took such a break. I was in a really fucking dark place for a while. So I mean, to be where I'm at now with the band's success and to be out, playing in an amazing tour and having my life completely together and where I think it should be, man. I mean, I really couldn't be happier with where I'm at in my life. I don't know. Like I said before, I never thought like depression was a real thing. I don't think until I actually was like, what the fuck is going on right now in my head? Like,
what were some of the symptoms that you were experiencing?
I mean, I was just having, I would have bad anxiety attacks sometimes. I was, last year, I was in a really bad motorcycle accident, and I broke my foot in 9 places, and I was held up in Michigan, bedridden for like 3 months, like in the winter, couldn't leave the house, and I was just freaking out. It was like cabin fever, and I was just stuck there, and I had a lot of time to reflect on a lot of things that were really weird in my life at the time, and I think battling through that and writing the record, Heavy Hearts, and getting to kind of get some stuff out on that record was what helped, was a lot of my therapy, man. A lot of people say music is therapy, and I totally 110% agree, because music is therapy, and for me to be able to write was even better. It's one of those things too, I mean, if people can connect with what I'm saying, hell yeah, right on, that's awesome. But for me too, just to be able to get out what I was feeling, and to get out what was going on in my head was the best medicine. You know what I mean? This next record, the same thing. I have so much I want to say, man. There's just so many things. I think sometimes a lot of bands, I think they use that as a crutch with kids, that they play the whole I'm depressed or I'm upset too, and I don't know if they mean it. And that's why, one of those things like,
Or the people that jock the I'm super positive, I'm super inspirational, this and that, but they're really not at all. Just
completely full of
we're the
shit.
type of band that sees through all that fucking bullshit. Because you see a guy on stage preaching this, preaching that, then you see him off stage, they're a completely different person. I mean, fuck you. Fuck you. So hard. We're not the band that's gonna sit back and suck your dick because your band's bigger than ours. We're gonna call you out on it. We're probably not gonna talk to you. It's just that we don't like fucking fakes. We don't like it. Like we've been busting our ass being real for this long. We're gonna keep doing that because we have a slice of integrity that these motherfuckers will never have.
It's honorable.
Yeah, that's one thing this band will never do is bullshit the fans and bullshit the people who listen to us for record sales. I mean, if that means we play in front of fucking 100 kids a night or we play in front of 5,000 kids a night, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? If anybody who's at our show can connect with us and can connect with what I'm saying and what this band is about and what we've been through, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Never will this band be a gimmick. Never will we play into a gimmick to gain fans or to gain exposure. I mean, there's no point. I mean, bands sell out all the time, but as Jim said, we have way too much integrity to do that sort of shit. And that's one thing, to go back from what you said in the beginning of this interview, that time has taught us that, like, we've been around for so long, like, if you like us, cool. If you don't, fuck you, whatever. This is what we are. This is what For the Fallen Dreams does. If you think you think we suck, cool, I don't fucking care. This is, at this point in our career, in our lives,
we've seen the whole world. We've seen the world and played music for people all over and have loved every minute of it. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to buy into some asshole's fake preaching on stage, sick. That's your problem, because it is a problem for you.
I mean, 2 years or a year from now, none of that shit's gonna matter. You know,
exactly.
That's a band like us, not to toot our own horn, but the reason we've been around for so long is because it is just what it is. I mean, we're a band that goes up there, we say what we mean what we say. We have a good time, we'll hang out with the fans, we'll party with the fans, we'll sit by the merch table all night, because that's what it's all about in the end, man. I mean, if you're not in this to have a good time and to meet new fans and have a good time, and you're just up there to make a buck, you're not going to last. Over 10 years now, 2003, we're still here, we're still having fun, our values are still just as strong as ever, so that's something we, I think, hold close to us. It means a lot for this band, for me, at least.
Super honorable, guys. You know, I'm sure we've all faced the opportunity to get bought out
For sure.
and paid off, you know, and owned.
Yeah.
And probably would have been a decent deal financially, you know.
Yeah, for a year or so.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you haven't been yourself for a year.
Yeah.
You sold yourself for $1, then you gotta go back to who you were or are.
Yeah, if you ever were that person to begin
Right.
with.
That's it. Yeah, because if you sell yourself, then maybe you weren't sold to begin with. And
Yeah.
so there's money everywhere. And money's hard to come by. One thing for sure, you gotta work hard. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you lose yourself, then what do you do with that money? You're gonna probably fucking blow it into some bullshit
Yeah.
to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta maintain integrity first and foremost.
No doubt.
Maintain your bonds. Stay solid with those who you care about.
Yeah.
Keep long-term friendships. You know.
I mean, I see a lot of younger bands who have had like incredible success in a very, very short time, buy these like, you know, houses and condos and cars and this and that and whatever. That's cool while the money's flowing, but once money starts slowing down a little bit, how are you gonna pay your fucking mortgage? Like, I mean, like, did you need to live the rock star life that bad? Because it ain't like the '80s anymore. It's not the '80s. It's not the '90s. I mean, it's hard to sell records. It's hard to make money in this business. If you're selling out huge rooms, yeah, you're gonna make a couple bucks, but how long is that really gonna last? So, I mean, like, our philosophy kind of is just be us as long as we can and do this as long as we can, and whatever life brings to us next, sure, we'll take that step. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, you know?
My favorite bands that I grew up with have rode out multiple trends.
Yeah.
And they may have joined bands or played with bands who were part of certain trends.
Sure. I mean, so have we.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't
that's
avoid
all
that.
part of the industry. Like, right on. Like, I don't know how many bands we played with that have killed it, like killing it, but they're not here anymore. And at the time, like, if that's your thing and that's your gimmick, fuck yeah, man, make that buck, do your thing. That's right on. But they're not here anymore. So, like, yeah.
You know, being solid and pushing through all the trends that come is it's respectable, and I think that whether young fans are watching or older fans are watching, this applies for life, because You can get bought and sold at 20. You can get bought and sold at 30.
Sure.
You can get bought and sold at any fucking age.
For sure.
We've seen it happen to all ages of people. You know.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And so, I think it's important that people see you guys are almost 30 years old,
Yeah.
and you're still putting in the work, staying close to your fans, staying
Yeah.
close to friends and bandmates,
No doubt.
and you haven't, I guess us in the need to graduate. You haven't tried to graduate who you used to be.
Yeah.
And that's, I think people can learn from that a lot. A lot of people think it's going to be better next year. Better next year. Well, the better next year for me, I think for you guys as well, is to stay true.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
absolutely.
How should next year be so different from this year?
Yeah.
You know, stay true, and things will eventually get better.
That's really what it is, man. It really all boils down to, and it's so cliche to say it, but it's just hard work. That's all you gotta
Hard work
do.
and a positive
All
outlook.
you gotta do, man, is just keep fucking going. Like, that's what this band, I mean, last year this band was doing shit that we were doing with the band back in 2008. Like, it was almost like starting from scratch, but
Yeah.
whatever. It is what it is. You know, and this year, things are progressively getting better every year because every year we're grinding still. We're almost in our 30s. We're still in a van. We're still touring nonstop. We're still doing the same shit we were doing 10 years ago. Like, that's what it's all about, man. And I mean, I hope it pays off. If it doesn't, whatever. But at this point, I've already accomplished so much as musicians and as a band that I don't care if it does. You know, so there's obviously a few little goals that we want to hit. You know, we're hoping this year. I mean, I don't want to jinx myself. We're hoping this year we can make an appearance on Van's Work Tour. I mean, we want to do that this year. We want to release a new record on that tour. We want to be out and be able to play it for a mass amount of fans, and that's something for us individually. It would be a great thing. You know, I mean, I grew up going to Work Tour, paying $25 and getting pushed, smashed into the barriers, watching Poison the Well and Glassjaw and bands like that way back in the day. Like, it'd be cool to do that. So
Yeah.
we have our little goals, but.
I just covered Glassjaw at the Rock Fest in Montebello. That was an incredible festival, by the way.
Yeah, we did it last year.
I was there.
Yeah.
All right.
We played early.
Yeah,
really?
Early.
Yep.
Well, we played, and then Agnostic Front played, and then what was it, like Madball or
Madball.
something? Yeah.
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 That was awesome. I was telling Jim, there's nothing that I love more than filming hardcore outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the darkness, the raw,
Yeah.
but you're outside, so it's kind of an unpredictable environment. Where clubs are clubs, and they're great.
Yeah.
We live in winter,
for
provinces
sure.
and states, so we grew up in clubs.
Yep.
But it's so fun to see. Maybe it's because of that reason that I don't see festivals all fucking year. I don't live in California,
Yeah, for sure.
Summer comes
You're
around,
1 a year, and you do them. Yeah.
or I travel to a bunch of them
Yeah.
because I love that festival life.
Right on.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So look, before we wrap, I just want to ask one last question. Even the internet has changed in the last 7 years. So much.
2 years, 1 year.
Yeah.
Fucking just
The internet.
that shit is hard to keep up with, especially with our bad backs and our just old age.
Do they still have sidekicks? Is that a thing?
It's just internet trends. Holy shit, especially tied in with music. Internet trends and music just go hand in hand, and
Yeah.
there's a couple that we try and stay away from because that's
Such as?
just not us. And, well, I don't know anything off just straight off the top of my head, but just
Internet lingo.
Internet lingo.
Bay.
Hey. I cringe whenever I hear that. I cringe, and I feel like this old, just like I feel like a Scrooge or something because I just sit there like, the goddamn kids these days and their goddamn music and their goddamn words.
Goddamn hashtags.
Goddamn hashtags. What is a hashtag? I thought that was a pound sign. Yeah, it's fun. I tweet my ass off if you ever been on mine. Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen a bit. I'm like, fuck it. This guy's a Twitter addict.
Yeah,
He's
sometimes.
a twat addict.
Well, I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, I'll have a thought, and then all of a sudden I'll look at my mentions 20 minutes later, be like, what? How the fuck did that get on? Did I type that? Really? And I just battle with people. It kills time in the van.
Yeah.
It's not, nothing serious. No one gets too mad. Some people do, but
All the
I'm a
better.
loudmouth, not an asshole. Okay, I'm an asshole, but not like an asshole.
Yeah.
Just a loudmouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright.
It's
Hey,
awesome.
but it's part of my, being a real person. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking ask for people to suck on it when I'm just in some guy playing guitar, fuck you.
Yeah.
Just, if you're gonna try and show...
You're just an asshole in a metalcore band.
yeah.
For the fallen dreams. That's what we got.
Yeah. But you
Great
know,
though, bro. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
One day maybe you'll start a new wave band, a little side project.
yeah.
Probably will.
There you go.
I can see some new wave in your, stylings and
Yeah.
His facial hair is very new wave.
Yeah.
the hair too.
The hair is
Oh
very
yeah,
new wave.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we have a new waver on our hands.
Yeah, we gotta. I'm up with it. Finally, I'm finally hip.
Yeah.
I'm finally hip.
First there was Cold Cave, next there was whatever you guys want to do.
Hey,
Sure.
let's do something real
Yeah.
Sick.
sick. Real sick.
So yeah, lastly, social media and relationships. That's really the question. That was kind of the opening. This is the question. To close off, seems like so many people are single nowadays. Everyone's having trouble staying in relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of people have trouble. We've all been through our share. How to maintain a healthy relationship and friendship in the age of social media and all these platforms. How to do it from a couple of seasoned veterans of living.
Stop. Tiptoe. Okay, there's a saying, a quote from the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. He who tiptoes cannot stand for long. So if you're tiptoeing around your significant other, your friends, trying to do this and that, you're gonna fucking fall on your ass, straight up. Like you can try and hide all you want. Trust me. From anyone in my band, I have done some gross things in my past, and I was very necessary in my learning curve. But now I can give that advice. I can pass that advice on to other people. Just don't be a fucking scumbag. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. I have a girlfriend now, very serious girlfriend. Things are going great because I am not a shitty asshole. I'm lying at home anywhere. It's really not that hard. If you need attention that bad, don't be in a relationship. Period.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the record, for the girlfriends at home, instead of being sleazy, the band is hanging out with old friends from Montreal.
Exactly. We're a bunch of guys hanging out with guys.
Yeah.
A bunch of dicks on dicks.
Hell yeah. It's safe. This is a cheat safe zone.
Yeah.
This is a cheat free zone. It's a relationship safe zone.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, I mean, okay, you know those memes online where it says what my mom thinks I'm doing, what my girlfriend thinks I'm doing, like what my family thinks I'm doing, what I'm really doing.
Yeah.
Perfect example, like what everyone thinks I'm doing, like partying and having sex with every girl in the crowd. But what we're really doing is sitting back and like scratching our nuts, waiting for a shower at the venue, playing Pokemon. Like, we're almost 30, still playing Pokemon. So if you want to hit us up, I have a new 3DS coming because I did get that stolen in St. Louis. I'll drop that online on my Twitter. But it's just that's. It's not a whole like a rock star, beautiful like.
At least at this age.
Yeah, I mean we have anytime that we're doing this like it's like on another guy because it's.
We were actually hanging out with the Ghosts Inside. We played a South by So What festival, and it was all of us and the Ghosts Inside, and some of our guys were doing body shots off of, or was it? No, it was Zach, the guitar player, real sicko, doing tequila body shots off of, who was it?
Another guy.
Somebody else.
I don't know,
But either way, sickos.
I was biting beer cans open with my mouth, and like I had cuts on the inside of my lip from this like the metal ripping, and I mean me and Zach have every time me and Zach get drunk together, it's like a pissing contest on who can do something crazier, and he ended up hanging off the balcony of this baseball diamond, and that's it's just it's a thing.
It's cool you guys don't feel the need to be sleazy to I guess continue to inspire yourselves to stay on the road.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many sleaze. The only thing worse, and I've seen bands for 20 years on the road, young bands, old bands, you watch friends go on the road. The only thing worse than a young sleaze bag is an old sleaze bag.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Dude, there's been a few, like, we've done some tours where you just watch the one old scumbag who's like, dude, what in the fuck is he doing?
How are you still having fun?
Hang it up.
You're still
Sicko.
having fun doing it. You still want to spend all that time getting a girl to come backstage with you and like drink some beers and maybe like have really, really awkward like
conversation. That's that.
Conversation.
No substance. Like,
And just-
so, like, where you guys playing at tomorrow? Well, you know,
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
know,
get in our van with our dirty clothes.
Yeah,
on.
you wanna step in here and have a beer with me? It's,
Get outta here, man.
Fucking come on.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's old guy talk.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
old
That's
guys.
old guy talk.
Sage.
Old
Get outta
guys
here.
with women attached to us, you know.
I mean, look how you're protecting yourselves and your relationships and your ladies and your families
Yeah.
from heartache
Yeah.
by being old men, as you call it, or
Values, man.
Yeah.
values.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I got all my old you know, I guess you could say I'm anything but a rock star, but my rock star tendencies out of the way. You know, years ago. I'm almost 27 years old. I got over the whole, oh hey girls who come hang out with me at the merch table bullshit. That's done. I don't even know who that guy was. I really don't.
It's great.
Yeah.
Respect that.
So
Respect.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you grow up. You grow up really fast on the road. My mental age is probably like in the 60s. So I mean, maybe I'm an old soul in a very young spirit. So I'm a child, but I'm still an old man.
I actually feel a very similar way. I don't feel that I missed your immature phase because I met you guys and you were pretty mature in the beginning. You were young, but I always thought that you guys were old souls.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
And you can hear it in the music too. You know,
For sure.
You change one reason why it's so timeless is that it's not an immature album.
Yeah.
It's a very reflective and wise album that reflects on loss and dealing with hardship.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were young when you guys did it, but you obviously lived long lives up until that point.
Yeah.
The people you are put out a real piece of music
Yeah.
that still helps people get by with very difficult times. So.
Which is crazy, man. To still hear about, I mean, it's like an ongoing joke with the band, like changes, but it really is. Every once in a while, we'll just if you take a step back and just kind of look at that record, like I said, not to toot our own horns, but it really is a timeless album, and it's really weird to be as young as we were and to put out a record that has been such a staple in heavy music and a record that has helped people through a lot of things. Like, it's so weird, man. It's really weird, especially for me to look back on that and be like, what?
I mean, I've been told by, kingpins in this industry, bands that big bands, just staples. I've been told that album was, an influential piece of music for the entire genre, and I can't comprehend that in any Yeah, okay,
badass.
that's cool, man. But when you really think about it, you're like, how does that? Okay, I came up in this genre, loving it, and now I've influenced it and influenced other bands and made something that it has resonated through time.
So let's give a shout out to one man who's not here today in the interview. He was there in some of the first interviews.
Yeah.
Co-songwriter of this record, and one of the inceptors of this whole phenomenon. Let's give a shout out to our friend Andrew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Andrew have been friends since we were 4 years old. He lives 2 miles away from me when he's not with Ghost Inside, and mine and Andrew's first musical group was a rap duo in 4th grade called the White MCs. So there's a piece of knowledge for you.
That's some real white boy shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's some books Michigan Midwestern white boy shit.
It's cold.
White MCs.
It's cold in the D, bro.
Oh yeah, even colder in the sea.
Yeah.
Share a lot, dude.
Shit, dude.
Holy shit.
So look, 40 minutes. I don't usually do interviews long with bands nowadays.
Yeah.
Or ever, really. But for special friends, I will do it because things just flow, and
Hell yeah.
I think people would like to see this, and we'll see you guys being you and being real,
Yeah.
and let people know that things are still going very strong with you guys.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Appreciate
So
it.
very proud of
No doubt.
you for all the hard work and keeping a spirit alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Thank you
Oh,
for
yeah,
your time,
very much.
guys.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah. Thank
As
you,
always,
guys.
man.
You guys rock.